We are continuing with our mission, which is to bring the world closer to Serbia and Serbia to the world, to continue providing a platform for exchange of opinions and having an opportunity to welcome in our neck of the woods influential speakers and thinkers like the guest that we're having the privilege of hosting today. Join me in warmly welcoming George Friedman to Belgrade.
I know of no other place in the world that I can buy knowledge at such a low cost. Now, this is not criticizing you. I like you having a very low cost. But soon, you will not have such a low cost. And that will build you. I do care what happens to the Balkans. I want a powerful Balkans that can stand against both Russia and Turkey, that can be a partner of the United States. I'm not interested in what divides you. I'm interested in what makes you powerful. And from an American point of view, and the American government probably wouldn't speak this way, the world is changing. There's stuff going on to the south, stuff going on to the north. You need to focus down and become rich.
But how do you see the relationship between United States and Europe and its reflections on the future of NATO?
The United States today has a war going in the Middle East. 16 years, good or bad. We have a crisis brewing in Korea. We also have a somewhat lonely outpost on the east in Romania and Poland. From the American point of view, these are the political realities in which we live, the military realities. It is not clear to us how NATO addresses this question. So we have our interests. The Europeans want NATO to remain focused on the basic principles that are outlined. It is there for defense against a Soviet assault. There's Article 5. It was invoked by the United States during Afghanistan. We received some help from the Europeans, some as much as they could, others far less than they could. The Americans have the will to have this discussion. The Europeans don't want to have that will because it would cause them to engage in military activities they really don't want to engage in, and it's not in their interest. And I think Donald Trump's one virtue, and he doesn't have many, but he has this one: he will slam the issue on the table.
The whole topics that we spoke about today, or that George Friedman announced at the beginning of his short visit to Serbia, were quite interesting, a bit too overwhelming when you speak about all of the crises in the whole world. But when we focus on EU, the thing that was the most interesting and that I would put the emphasis on is the two-speed Europe that he was advocating for. In maybe a very mild sense, but still speaking of it as a solution for the EU to develop and to overcome the crisis that they are.
Veoma je značajno što je gospodin Friedman došao, jer znamo kolika je njegova specifična težina i koliko je značajno njegovo ime ne samo u američkim nego i u svetskim razmerama. Ja sam vrlo ponosna što je gospodin Vuk Jeremić kao čovek koji je ipak istaknuti opozicionar u ovoj zemlji uspeo da dovede jednog takvog sagovornika s kojim se naravno u mnogim stvarima ja ne slažem, s kojim se, bilo je očevidno, nije slagao ni gospodin Jeremić, ali to su teme i to su ljudi koji ovde mogu da ostave određenu poruku i da nas možda upoznaju i da tu poruku prenesu u svoje sredine. Što se tiče vlasti, pa vlast, molim vas, dovodi samo bivše političare koji više ništa ne znače u svojim zemljama.